Hello everybody and welcome to my 33rd VBA 2010 tutorial, and this tutorial is going to show you how to return values with a function. So let's get started. The function I'm going to do is going to be a function that will calculate the volume of a cone, a cylindrical cone, with giving it the values of its radius and its height. So let's start writing. So sub cone volume, I'm going to call it, and then we want to pass it some variables. I'm going to put by val, and then I'm going to put the radius as a double, and then I'm going to put the height as a double, and I'm going to close that off. And then finally, something we've never done on this line before, because I want this and I want it to be a function, because I want this function to return a value, we just need to declare what value that function is going to return as well. So I'm going to put that as double at the end. So that's just saying, okay, my function is going to return a value when we call it, and that value is going to be in the form of a double. Let's press enter, and then we've got the structure of our function set up, and then we just need to put in our formula for the cone. So I've got this down here. So this is our formula. So it's pi r squared times h divided by 3, and so it's just the radius of the cylinder at the bottom times the height times pi, and then divided by 3, and that gives you the volume of a cone. And then we just need to put this into a more VBA friendly format. So let's just give ourselves a variable first of all to put it all in. So dim and volume as double, and then let's set volume equals, and then we want the value of pi. So to do this, we can put worksheet function dot pi, and that's just built into VBA, something that you can use, and it will just give you the value of pi to as many decimal places as it can. I think it's 15, and then times by, and then we want radius to the power of 2 times by height, and then divided by 3. And then if you didn't know, I don't know if I actually taught doing powers, but to do a power you just put the little up sign, the same as you would on kind of, if you don't have the ability to put it on there, quite often put it in Word and stuff if you're gonna be printing it out. But yeah, so little up sign, it should be above the 6 on your keyboard if you're struggling to find it, and then the number of powers you want to go to, in this case 2. So that then gives us the volume of our cone in this variable here, and then all we need to do is just tell that function that we want to give that volume back as the value. So to do this, you just take the name of the function and you set it equal to whatever you want it to equal. So let's put it equal to our volume, and that's it. So now when we call this function, we give it the radius and we give it the height of the cone, and then it's going to return the volume. So down here, let's just do this. So sub, and then give me numbers. So then let's just give it some values. So let's say dim radius as double, radius equals input box. Please enter the radius of the cone. And then we want to dim the height as a double. Then height equals input please enter the height of the cone. And then we just want to call our function. So I'm going to message box it out. So all you need to do is, when you want the value, just put, you don't need to use call, just put the name of the function and then put the open brackets, put in your parameters that you've given it. So we would just want to give it radius and height, and then that's it. So that's just going to message box out the cone volume. Let's just put a little bit of text first. So the volume of your cone is, let's just put a little bit like that, and an ampersand. So that's just gonna message box out the volume there. So let's play this now as an example. So play, and please enter the radius of the cone. So let's say it's 3, and then the height of the cone is 5, and then the volume of your cone is 47.12388, and blah 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 blah. So that is how you would use a function to return a value. You can use any of the other, you can return any other variable type. So you can return booleans, so just true or false. You can return strings, so you could get it to return a message. And basically any variable type you can think of, you can put in there as the return value. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you in the next tutorial.